Hello everybody, welcome back to Emberward. Last time we managed to win on normal, just about, by the skin of my teeth. So we're going out on heroic this time. Let's see what type of weaponry we are presented with. Okay, is the same tile set all round. I do like drone towers. They are kind of broken against the current boss, which I will take every benefit I can get. 2 damage, 6 range, 3 attack rates. Alright, let's try it. I've never even used the scrap gun either, I think. Alright, we have the long spiral. Except all of this space is not really space I can utilize that much, but we'll see what we can do. Enemies coming in off the red line. And obviously I want to be on the attack boost tiles as much as possible here. If I had a 5 long piece, it would be great because I could close off this gap and get onto that attack boost tile, but alas, I do not. Alright. I'm going to do that. If I can draw a straight piece later, I can stick it in there. But for now, that will have to do. Let's get some poison in the areas where they're going to track for a long time. And then we can fill out with scrap towers for a bunch of the rest. We'll see how this goes. So far, so good. Right, I do not have a straight piece yet. That's fine. I do that. And that, we send them around a bit, although I'm not hitting these bonus tiles, so I really need to get better at some of these maze building bits. Right, we'll get onto that. And onto that. It's not very mazy, but we do get on the extra pieces. And here, I'll save that piece. Okay, here we go. Nothing getting super far through the maze yet. Nice to see. A decent amount of money. I would really like to see my long piece. There it is. So that going in there is just wonderful. Stick another drone on here. I'm just gonna fill that with a lot of scrap towers. Now, for more mazing up here. It's tough because I want to make them go up to this top edge, but I also want to have my pieces on that top edge. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much. Alright, for this wave, I think we'll be okay. Famous last words, of course. More drones. And then we want to bring them down as far along here as I can, but I've really biffed this, haven't I? Because they need to come down at least. This tile has to remain open. So I'd have to have a single piece there and a single piece there, which I cannot do, which is a terrible oversight by me. So we'll just have to win with the towers that we have instead, which is fine. That's what they're there for. Wave 4 or 5. We're looking for sights of anything getting past this section here. Alright, some of the big guys are definitely getting that far through. Let's slow things down. Add a bunch more drones. We're okay. Alright then. Lacking more maze building up top. We can push stuff out down here more. That gives us a nice line to set some poison going. And drones in between. Final wave. So any damage they take around this long hook is damage they wouldn't have been taking before we built this nice extra long path around. Big guy is going to get taken out. Drones at the back aren't even airborne yet, which is a good sign. It means nothing's breaking through to that back side of the grid. I think we can speed this up. Lovely. Right, we can keep growing our meta progression tree. 3 damage, 15 range, 0.33 seconds. 5 damage, 4 range, 5. I like the idea of the missile tower working at very long range. So we'll see what we can do with that. Check up on our talents. We have 35 to spend. Store decrease, poison mastery. We have poison this round. We'll take a little bit of that. And then we have no choice but to move up here. Okay, clearly we close this off and make them go the long way around. Easiest way to do that? Great question. How far back the spawn actually is, I've no idea. It's a shame this isn't the other orientation of Z piece. Alright, we'll start with that. We don't have a 2x2 to put a turret on, but at the same time, I don't really have the money to functionally put one of those down either. Right, give me some poison at the very end, where they're going to go around the corner and take some continual pips of damage. And then some high volume stuff. We'll see how we go. In these early rounds, not too much use in going on the slow speed because we're not going to earn enough money from these kills to buy more stuff during the round anyway. I'm going to stick that there. I can't afford a missile. And I can't even put a missile on there because the 2x2 is here. So, stick a drone on there, and then we'll stick a 2x2 missile on there when we can afford it next. Sure, sure. Alright. Big red lizard thing has arrived. These two drones not in the air yet. I think we're going to be okay. Give me some bonus cash for the end of the round, which means we can now afford this. Then with this being range of basically the entire operating area, we can start snaking this back and forth a long ways. I twist that round, I can choke them into that gap there a bit. Let's stick some poison right here at the start so they're taking poison damage as they go on this first long walk. Slow things down. Spend where we can. Right, just this giant one to get through. One little crony behind. Things are okay. 66 gold. Let's do that. Start hitting them early. And then simply make this chicane as long as possible. Good. Missile's doing great work. Let's stick some very early poison down. Alright, this guy is getting frighteningly far along. Some more drones at the back just to pick up the pieces at the end. Final wave to come. Right, I think what I want to do now, apart from just keep their approach as slowed down as I can, like this, with a tiny little extra corner, is just get really high volume damage going here as they come down this chicane, especially in these sections where they're going to see the turrets twice. Because these guys here can all shoot on this side and the behind side. And with every 5 gold that we get, I'm just going to keep buying more scrap towers. And why not a little poison tower in there as well, right? Nothing is making it around to the second corner, which is good. Let's speed that up a little. Just fill in the gaps as we go. No use in holding the cash for later rounds because it doesn't do that. Okay, not bad. More light bulbs, more gems. Cannon tower, fireball tower, snowball tower. The problem with the really expensive stuff is it's hard to get them down on the board at all until the late game. Salvage from pirate ship. This cannon causes explosive damage in a small area. Sure, I'll take that. Right, the path that we are on takes us in only one direction. Electric mastery, VIP customer. I'll take some VIP customer. We'll probably hit a shop eventually. Nothing has changed in our backpack yet. So we'll go here and then probably the workshop rather than the corrupted battle. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, 2 bridges. Not very far between portal and fire, which is a little terrifying. And there's a lot of gaps to plug, which is also quite terrifying. If I could get them to come through this squirrely bit, I'd be pretty happy. Reminder to myself that right now they're only attacking from the front end, so I should be most concerned with that first. I think that just makes sense. I'm going to stick a cannon. Of course, I need... I was like, why can't I put it down here? I need a piece to put it on if I'm going to do that. Which should be something like this. I'm going to see if that helps us out, just do some of the really early work. And if I put that in there... Okay, that's what I was worried about. Right now, I do not want to split the paths. Though, we can just close this off, force them to go around maybe that way later on. Let's also stick some poison up there, because there's only one... Oh, there's 2 spawns over here. Okay, well... The stuff I've put up here is not going to be able to impact the stuff down there at all down the line, but we'll see how much of a problem that presents later. Alright, this might be really bad. It might be really good. We'll see how effective this really early stuff is at thinning out what makes it actually out of the portal. I'd say that worked reasonably well. Enemies not coming from this left-hand side again. So I want to send them all the way down there. Of course you would do that. That's so annoying. Okay, we'll stick that there. I want to keep that piece open at the end. So now everything has to go around here, and now I want to close off the gap between these two. Draw one more. Right, we can do That and that. And now we can build with what we've got. I'm a little worried that I've spent too much money on drawing new cards, not enough money on turrets here, but we shall see. It's nice to have the ticks of poison going for so long. In fact, I might do that and just kind of have incremental poison throughout the whole stage if I can. Right, enemies coming from this end now, but we've already spiraled them down to how we want the world to be. I will even do that. Then let's get a drone there. Poison there. Got poison here, poison there. I'm going to do a similar thing here and just set up a cannon to start hitting them early. And why not poison on that bridge as well? Different strategy to how I've tried to operate previously, but maybe that's what we need on the higher difficulties. Right, we are not in fast pace right now, which is probably good because this is looking very dangerous. Just a bunch of extra drones at the back end. Right, where can I put this to be most effective? We have so much time. Is this more time than usual because we're on a harder difficulty? Because it feels that way. I don't actually have enough money for a missile tower, which is what I was hypothesizing on where to put one. Squeeze them in there. And then wrap them down there, and then wrap them through there. And if I can bring this along and down a bit, I certainly will. And where there is lots of overlap in the area, we will build around that zigzag. Standard speed. I think it currently looks worse than it is. This looks a bit scary, the big guys. And we do have some making it to the back end, but the volume's not too bad. Just this really big one to deal with, and it is slowly getting melted. Okay, so I want to build that round and down, which seems okay to me. I can chicane that round a bit more in a bit. I certainly shall. I think see, I think this looks pretty good, but we missed that whole line across the back end, so that's probably better. Wave 5 of 6. I feel like the cannons are doing a lot more than the poison is in these early stages. Should try and build something on here. just to get the benefit of the extra range on a unit. I think that's most of our special towers utilized. Do we think we're going to do enough damage to these guys? I do. I think they're all below half health already. They've got a long walk left to make. Yeah, we're fine. Right, we have decent money. Final wave coming in 2 minutes. How can we get more awkward pathing for them around here? That's about all I can do with that. I can send... I don't love that. Can I? That's too long. For sure. Yeah, I don't love that, but I've done it now. The cash is already spent. I like that. I'm going to go bigger on some cannons around the top and stick a little drone there. Is there anything I can use this straight piece for? That gives us a little bit more time. I'm here for it. Off of fast speed. Spending what we can, when we can, otherwise. Some of the denser, speedy stuff is getting around. Oh yeah, I can target. I can tell my things what to target, which is very interesting. Oh god, okay. More drones for the back end. I think we're okay. Yeah, min-maxing all of my turret behaviors seems like a bit of a nightmare, but certainly something to think about. Alright, we get through that. Give me Frost Tower. We... Skilled Engineer. Draw 2 additional cards at the start of each battle. Yes! Love that for me. Right, we don't need to adjust our loadout. Let's go to the workshop. Lightning Strike. Once every 2 seconds, the attack from the tower creates Thunder Strike, dealing 5 damage. When hitting a target, unleashes Frost Nova that slows all monsters in range. Once every 5 seconds, the attack from the tower stuns enemy for 1 second. I like the idea of Frost Pulse. Then we have only 1 location we can go to. Oh, this is going to be delightful. I've really penned myself into a route here, haven't I? So we draw 2 additional cards at the start. Fire, stuff coming around the long way, stuff coming around that long way. And here's all our power tiles in the middle. We are only being attacked from this side to start. Could I? Yeah, no, you don't hit anything useful. It's far too far away. I liked last time getting some damage in early on stuff with the cannons. I appreciated that. Here... Now, I would like to get a 2x2 on there. That seems like a great time. Then if I can push this kind of around a bit more spirally down the line, I totally will. I'm not going to buy... Am I going to buy the missile tower immediately? It's just got such a slow fire rate, doesn't it? Fire rate, 0.33 per second. Which is bad, right? That's slow. Every second, we only fire 1/3 of a round. So it's once every 3 seconds, right? So let's get... those guys in. And then we'll do... it's not... yeah, we'll do that because they can apply the poison just here as they swing round. Worried I've put my foot in my mouth, kicked myself in my teeth. I can't remember what phrase my brain wanted to get to in that moment. But we're okay. Right, enemies coming from the top again. I'm gonna stick that there. That there. And go there because I want as much of the route accounted for in their range. Right, we'll slow that down. Oh god. I was really worried there for a second, but we're okay. Just about. Don't really like that poison turret I put down in a panic, but it's fine. 52 gold. That doesn't do anything for me, does it? Okay, that's about as mazy as I'm going to get in this area, I think. We can do something like that, although it doesn't really slow them down because they just start further out. They don't come up to it and then go all the way around it. Whereas something like that is going to cause more of a deflection, I think. What I should probably do is actually get some cold going on these sharper corners. And then I would like to save up to get a missile tower going on this central section where it will be really, really good once it's online. I've just got to save up a lot of money for it. Oh yeah, this is not looking great, is it? Alright, I panicked. But I lived. 3 gold off of that. Okay. I'm gonna do that. And as much as I wanted to buy the high value stuff, I also want to be attacking these enemies much sooner on their arrivals, so... Wave 4 of 6. Should also think about just getting some damage ticking down there. Okay, give me 65 gold. I want my giant turret in the center that I've been holding out for. Oh god. Alright, he's not going to get it. He's going to buy everything else that he can to try and save himself. That's gone badly at the end. This one's going to have a real bad time with all the drones focusing fire on it. But we did lose 2 health on our bonfire there at the beginning. Right, we have enough money to do that. I'm hoping that helps a lot. Down here. Let's get one of those situated, and one of them as well. We've got one here, but I've done it now. Otherwise, more ways to delay. Stick them out a little bit. We do have Frost Pulse. Should learn to use that at some point. But yeah, it's nice to be just doing something to these guys before they get into our center section. Should probably do that, actually. Because it's just going to hit so many things and slow them down from so far away that it will make things far less congested here in the center. I would like a spot to put another missile turret down. That seems good. The money's really rolling in now, which is nice. This round, not nearly as frightening as the last. Just a great big salamander-looking guy to deal with. On to the final wave. Right, let's push these guys out even further. Poison them along their way. Is that ever worth doing? Yeah, go on. And down here, I'll stick up a couple of extra drones on that side. Let's slow that down because I should be building any chance that I get here. One made it down to this bridge. Several made it down to the bridge. I'm losing health. Yeah, all the drones in the world are not killing that thing fast enough, are they? Jeez. We did get that one. I should have kept building. I have so much money I don't need. Too late now. We're fine. We have some health. Basic tower, dice tower, icicle tower. Give me icicle tower. Not that I'm using my other frost tower to great benefit. Right, we have to do this corrupted battle. Check talents first. Increase XP gain. All towers have 5% chance to critically hit, dealing an additional 50% damage. I think that probably helps us most right now. So now we have a corrupted battle. There's going to be tiles on the ground that we cannot build on. The red skulls. Prepare for first wave. Enemies here, enemies here, enemies there, enemies there, enemies there is a nightmare. So I could close that gap, and just funnel everyone into here. And enemies are coming from all directions on the very first wave, which is terrifying. Okay. I think I want to close that while getting on top of this attack boost. And we can close that while getting on top of that attack boost. I can send them out a long way, getting on those attack boosts. And I can send them out a little further. So this is our really nasty choke point. 75 gold to work with. Gonna start just with those. I think makes the most sense. And there. I'm a little terrified. I'm hoping it's just like a really few enemies from each spot rather than loads. There's a lot more than I would like. Though our fire is going to do a lot of work here, it seems. Okay. Now we have some waves that are not entering, or some directions that are not being utilized, which is good. Get that on there. Get that on there. Drones to the rescue, eh? I'm going to stick Frost Tower in there just to kind of slow them down a slither. And one of those up there. Turn off fast speed. I don't need that extra pressure in my life right now. I need to build this out here, I think, to slow these guys down, because this is terrifying. Yeah, this is a big problem. Right, they're not coming from that direction right now, which is okay. Let's do this. And that. close that off and make them walk around here. No money for anything else right now. Big tower doing great work. Missile tower, rather. The extra long chicane here, I think, helping out. But that was so much easier than the previous wave. Right, we've got stuff coming in from here and the bottom edge. I'm gonna... Do I ever do this? Yeah, go on. More drones. Where are they coming in? Just gonna go here. Only wave 4 of 8 so far. Right. Giant missiles doing good work. These guys, I absolutely hate. These kind of green-tipped spider things are god-awful. Okay, that crisis slightly averted. Let's swap those. I do that first. And then that. Can I not build that high up? They have a path there, surely. I guess they can't go up to that cliff edge. Unsure, but that's better than what it was. For certain. Right, I would like some more slowdown at the choke points. Where can I build this to be helpful as well? Uncertain, we'll hold it in case we want to put something on it later. There's a real big guy. Tell you what, you can go all the way around that. And then, as the money hoards in, it's just going to be as many drones. God, we're never going to kill that guy. At least it's only worth 1 HP, the same as every other unit. Okay. There's a lot to hate there. I think that's good. I think that's good. That's all of our money gone for the round. Wave 6 of 8. feel like I have a lot of problems right now. This guy in particular is not my friend. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. God, just absolutely wrecked. Maybe drone towers are not the solution to all life's problems. Yeah. It's only wave 7. It's not even the final wave. I can't work further around the fireplace either, really. Yeah, totally wrecked. All right, I'm going to need to work on that a bit. Hopefully, as we get more of our permanent unlocks, things might become a little bit easier. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you want to go play the game for yourself or wishlist it to help the developer, you can do so following the link in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.